Station. WTIM.
Welcome to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Find those streams online on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. I'm here in studio with dispatcher Kaylee Boston, and she's here with the Explorers Program for Youth. It's great to have you here, Kaylee.
Hi, it's great to be here.
So tell me, what is the Explorers chapter for youth?
So the Explorers program, it's a hands-on program for young men and women aged between 14 and 21 to learn and explore law enforcement careers and other criminal justice related professions. We provide a sense of personal awareness of the criminal justice system through training, practical exercises, experiences, competition, and other activities.
So this is for youth who are interested in a law enforcement related field, right?
Yeah, so the Explorer program, it's ran through the Boy Scouts of America, and what it does is it explores all career programs, career fields. We just do the law enforcement side, so all aspects of it, from conservation to FBI, from forensics to social work, like it covers all of it.
How long have you been a dispatcher?
I've been doing it for about a year and a half.
Okay. And were you aware of this program prior to being a dispatcher?
Yes. I
Okay.
had siblings who had gone through the Boy Scouts program, and they had done like the aviation exploring. So when I started, my chief had told us that they were going to actually start our own chapter. We're the only chapter in Central Illinois that does law enforcement exploring. And when I started there about a year and a half ago, they're like, hey, we're going to start this program. And so they asked me to join, and it's been pretty fun since.
You weren't part of this program then. You wouldn't have been part of it at all.
As a kid, no.
Okay. Then just wanted to clarify that part. But with that, let me put the timeline together a little bit for me. How long has it been around?
I don't know for sure. I know it's been around for quite a while.
All right. Okay. So what kind of careers are we exposing them to? Obviously police officers, right?
Yeah. So there's like a firefighting side.
Mhm.
There's a medical side. We have the criminal justice. They pretty much any sort of career field, the Boy Scouts offers an Explorer program for that.
And a dispatcher included too,
Yeah,
right? And
that falls into
everything.
the criminal justice side. Yeah.
Right. So, okay, you mentioned the aviation side too. So it's more than just criminal justice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit more about some of the other ones. You mentioned the fire department side too.
So like they've got options for accounting. They've got options for mechanics. Basically what it is a company or department will host an Explorer post. And that's when they bring in the children ages like 14 to 21 to learn about that. So that way, by the time they're ready to join a career, they've already kind of explored it and had a head start in learning and what they need.
So oftentimes you'll see them at 14 or 15 when they're first starting, think they're interested in one thing and that's what they want to do. Do you see them kind of stick with that, or do you see them?
I'm still fairly new to the program. Like, this is our first post that we have out here. So far, all of the kids that we have are all really interested in criminal justice, but we've got a wide variety. We've got one kid that's really interested in social work and possibly dispatching. I've got another kid that's really interested in forensics. I've got another one who doesn't exactly know what she wants to do, but she's just really interested in learning in all the aspects. So she checked every box on the survey of what she's interested in. And so it's an opportunity for them to, one, get community service hours in for college recommendations, things like that. They get to learn, they get to work within their community. We also have things like competitions. They get to go meet other kids from other programs and different posts throughout the country. They get to connect with them. They're also eligible for scholarships through the Boy Scouts program as well.
That's definitely worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
When they are exploring a career area, whether it's accounting to law enforcement, criminal justice, etc., what are some of the things they'll actually do?
So they'll get to get real life hands-on experience. So within our program, they get to do they do training simulations just like our officers do. So they get to learn traffic stops. We just had our kids out at the fairgrounds and they practiced traffic stop with their parents. And we would get with the parents and say, hey, this is the scenario. You're going to be a person who's irate. You're mad that you got pulled over. You don't feel like you should have been pulled over. And then we teach our kids how to handle that. We teach them the body mechanics of making sure you're standing in front of the door. So that way the person that you're interacting with can't, get the jump on you and open the door on you. We teach them how evidence processing. We teach them case building and going from getting your evidence all the way through completing your case and taking it to court. So they get to learn hands-on in real time how these processes work. So by the time they're going to college, they can say, hey, you know what, this is what I want to do. And they already know, they've got, years of experience jump ahead from all of their, peers.
What is the overall goal of the Explorers program?
The overall goal is to have the experience and knowledge ahead of time, so that way you are prepared, you know what you want to do by the time it's time to go to college and start picking out your career fields, whether it is a college pathway or a certification pathway. Our kids have their own goals within our program. I have a highly motivated group of kids. They're really passionate about community engagement as well as inclusivity. It's really important to our members that we are fostering and inviting culture of diversity, tolerance, and learning while having fun. Like I said earlier, we're the only Explorer post in Central Illinois. We've got kids from all over that come to participate. They don't only want to learn just the ropes of law enforcement and criminal justice field, but they want to make friends and help their communities. When we started this program, we sat down with our members and we asked them, what's important to you? What do you want to accomplish within this program? And one of the main things was making a community within themselves. There's not a lot of things for young adults to do that is free and easily accessible. There's not a lot of youth programs as well either. And so this is just something for them to be able to do, to be able to make friends, help their community, earn hours, things like that.
You've been with the program for about a year then.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe or characterize the way the kids who are involved in this program develop over the course of a year? And then not to mention the next 2 or 3, etc.
So while we founded the program in the past year, we've really only been having meetings for maybe the past 5-6 months.
Okay.
We started off with a really small group of kids and have expanded quite a bit. We've got kids from, Springfield. We've got kids from Pawnee. We've got kids from Taylorville, Morrisonville, all over the place. And one of the main things that they had said to me is they feel like they have such a sense of pride and they have such a sense of teamwork. There's one of the main things our high schoolers out here at Taylorville, they said, some of us, we never would have talked to each other at school. And now, we know each other, we see each other a lot, and it's really helped them kind of move outside of their own, cliques and kind of become more inclusive.
And so is there anything else in a brief, we're running up against the break. I know there's lots to talk about.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't be sorry at all. I just wanted to give you a chance to maybe reiterate some things. Oh, I guess here's something easy I can ask you to answer the next minute. Are you taking applications for?
Yeah, all the time. You're always accepting applications. Anybody who's interested, if you'd like, come. You can speak with me or Officer Grove, or just come up to the police department.
Just go and police department.
Yeah.
Do you want to give any contact information?
You
can or can't.
Yeah, you can call us at 217-824-2211. You'll end up getting somebody in dispatch. Just let them know you're interested in the Explorer program. Sometimes I'll be there and I'll be the one to answer the phone. If not, just ask them to get a message over to me and we can get you back.
Some people like giving their contact information over the radio. Some don't.
Yeah.
And again, one more time with that phone number.
Yeah, 217-824-2211. It's just our police number.
That is dispatcher Kaylee Boston, and also part of the Explorers program for youth as a partnership with the Taylorville Police Department. You're on the WTIM Morning Show. Your stream brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark.
WTIM. King, Stan the Man, Lou Brock, Bob Gibson, Simba headed to the Hall, The Wizard, Big Mac, Yachty and Wayno. All of those names, and they provided so many memories. St. Louis Cardinals baseball, most importantly, has meant championship baseball. The tradition continues in 2022. We'll be describing every play right here on the radio. St. Louis Cardinals baseball.
Cardinal Baseball, heard on WTIM, your information station. The Big 870 across central Illinois, 96.1 FM in Christian County, 107.5 FM in Shelby County, and 107.9 in the Pena-Nokomis area. It's brought to you by Taylorville Memorial Hospital, Siegert Lee's Insurance, Jennifer Franklin and Brian Keel, the Real Estate Group, and the Christian County YMCA.
Cardinal baseball across central Illinois on the Big 870 WTIM.
If you're looking for local hunting and fishing information, then join us for Central Illinois Outdoors with me, Jared White, Saturdays at 10 a.m. here on WTIM. Every weekend, we'll offer detailed local fishing reports from professional guides. We'll swap stories with local celebrity sportsmen, and I'll invite you to share your stories as well. Central Illinois Outdoors with Jared White, every Saturday morning at 10 on all WTIM platforms. And on demand at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. Brought to you by Bob Ridings in Pena and the Clinton, Illinois Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau.
Hello, I'm Dick Adams, the new Executive Director of the Christian County Economic Development Corporation. From helping Taylorville and Pena establish and promote their industrial parks to constant communication with existing and prospective employers, our ongoing work has helped grow and attract many businesses. Funding comes from both public and private sources and is vital to continuing our work toward attracting more jobs. Find out more online at christiancountyedc.org.
This announcement donated by the Miller Media Group.
Whatever you want to do financially, it's achievable with People's Bank and Trust. Find a personal or business banker simply by clicking the People's Bank and Trust icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Robinson from Advanced Title. Whether selling your home on your own or through your local realtor, please give us a call at 824-8007 for all your title work needs.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Landmark of Taylorville bring this stream on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com, Facebook, and YouTube at WTIM TV. You'll always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I'm here in studio with a representative from the Explorers Program for Youth, Kaylee Boston. She's also a dispatcher for the Taylorville Police Department. Great to have you here, Kaylee.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So tell me real quick, we've talked a lot about it in the first part of the program, but for those who are just tuning in, what is the Explorers Program?
So Explore Program is a program for kids to be able to explore different career paths. We host the law enforcement chapter, but you can learn everything from accounting to zoology, and you can just explore the career path. They learn from hands-on experience programs practices, simulations, and they can help youth figure out what they want to do.
And how can youth become involved in this Explorers Program?
Yeah. So you just have to first of all, you have to find out what program you're interested in. If you're interested in the law enforcement, criminal justice side, you can just come up to the police department. We've got applications. You just fill them out. If you are interested in different kinds of things, you can go to letsexplore.com, I believe, through the Boy Scouts program, and it can show you what posts are available near you.
Mm-hmm. How much does the program rely on volunteers?
It's 100% volunteer-based. All of our advisors, right now, it is myself and Officer Jody Grove. We run the entire program. We do have help from other officers when they're available if they want to volunteer their time. But we're always accepting applications for advisors. Our only requirement is that you either work in medical or some form of law enforcement.
And then going with that a little bit, you're probably looking for different businesses that are willing to allow these explorers to come and explore the business.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you are an accounting explorer, you would most likely be hosted in an accounting firm. If you're a mechanic explorer, you'd be hosted in, an auto shop. So it just depends on what company or organization decides to host.
So with that said, though, right now, is the Explorers program looking for different businesses to host these kids?
Not at this time. We just have our post hosted within our department, and we just do the criminal justice. But if there are other businesses in the area that are interested in hosting an Explorer program, they can absolutely reach out to us, and we can tell them how to get the ball rolling.
Okay, so within the Explorers program at the police department, you have accounting.
So we don't have that through the
thank
police
you.
department. So
Yeah, I'm
we
trying to
only do
distinguish.
criminal justice.
Okay.
Exploring is based through the Boy Scouts of America, and we just host a certain post.
I see.
So that's what they mean by posts. Is so each individual organization will have their post. So if you're interested in accounting, you would just go to the website and see what posts are available in your area.
And you can go through the Boy Scouts of America to go and
Yes.
find all that information about the Explorers for Youth program. What's something that you probably wouldn't notice on the surface while you're looking at this program, like me, for example? What's something that I probably wouldn't notice unless I'm immersed in this program?
How much they learn. There's just so much information, like they are basically junior officers, it's kind of like the JROTC of law enforcement. They come in, they have uniforms just like our department, and we have a chief, a deputy chief, lieutenant, sergeant. Those are elected by their own peers every year. Well, our plan is every year they get to reelect and things like that. And so they know everything. By the time they're 21, they're already fast tracked in. All they have to do is, go to the academy and test, but they do just the same physical requirements as well as knowledge requirements.
By the way, I did a little bit of digging. I found on the Boy Scouts of America website, exploring.org. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We weren't 100% sure about what the website is, but we're confirmed. Exploring.org is the website for more information about the Explorers program for youth. Again, through the Boy Scouts of America. You mentioned, or you hit at it a little bit about the later in life, just how much this sets you up for later in life, and with your college applications to other career advancement. How much does this actually help that?
Oh, immensely. I mean, even just graduating, a lot of high schools require a community service requirement. They get those hours in. Our kids, one of their main things is philanthropy, and all they want to do is do different sort of community outreach events. And so, they get those community service hours in. They get an idea of what kind of classes they need to take for what career course they want to go in. They also get mentorship from us. I've got a kid who he's getting ready to graduate, and he's asking us, hey, law enforcement's what I'm interested in. Should I be taking criminal justice classes? Should I be taking social work classes, psych classes? So they get to talk to us and say, hey, what's going to be beneficial for me? And we can help them kind of guide that through.
Well, we're running out of time, but I wanted to ask you, is there any plans for the Taylorville Police Department to allow the 10 to 14-year-olds? I know that's another subset.
So the age groups are required by Boy Scouts. They have to have finished 7th grade. And so that's why they do the 14.
Okay. And then there's the 10 to 14, which would probably be other different types of things that they could get involved with. Right. That makes sense. I don't know if I'd want a 10-year-old involved with criminal justice right away.
Well, that's the thing. They see real life. They go on ride-alongs with us. They see real life things, and so we kind of have to make sure there's a certain maturity level there.
Right. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, Kaylee?
Yeah, we're always excited to have new people. If you're interested in joining, whether to be an advisor or a member, please, you can either contact myself or Officer Jody Grove at the police department. We've got applications available.
That is dispatcher Kaylee Boston. She's here on behalf of the Explorers for Youth program. Thank you so much for coming on, Kaylee.
Thanks for having me.
WTIM.
The Big 870